Hello everyone and welcome to another Fallout 76 One Wasteland Weapon Spotlight. Today we're going to take a look at a Bloodied Explosive light machine gun. I pulled this one from the Purveyor a few weeks back and I've been itching to take it for a spin, so let's see how it performs. Remember, if you like videos like this and want to see more Fallout 76 content, I encourage you to go ahead and get subscribed. There's always a lot more to come. As with all my weapon videos, I'll start by taking a few minutes to go over the build I'm using, and I'll include timestamps. So if you want to see all the build information, it's right here, but if you just want to get into the action, you can skip ahead. Much like my build in my video on the final word, this one is still a bit of a work in progress. That was my Xbox heavy gunner, this one is on PC. I'm going for the same things in general, but I'm still not 100% where I want to be. Honestly, that's alright, we'll still get the point of this weapon just fine. Let's start there, let's take a look at the weapon. And it's pretty standard fare as far as LMGs go, they kinda just are what they are. This one's bloodied, so I do more damage at low health. I've got bullets exploding for area damage, and I also have a little bit of extra damage resistance while aiming, which is nice as a third effect. So this one, we've got the automatic receiver, the long barrel, the full stock, the drum magazine, the muzzle brake. All that stuff, at least as far as I know, just comes stock standard on the weapon. There are some mods that can be unlocked for it, I think, but it's been a bit confusing as to how that works. So I know one of them's a prime receiver, which I don't have on this one, and I'm not honestly sure what the other one is, but this works just fine, stock standard. We're not going to have any trouble. Let's take a look at my mutations for the build. So as I said, this one is still very much a work in progress, so I don't have a lot of mutations. We've got Adrenal Reaction for extra damage at low health, Bird Bones and Marsupial so we can jump high and land softly, not doing the Iron Man animation every time, Speed Demon so things move faster, and Egghead for more XP. Don't let those negatives fool you, I am running Class Freak, so they are reduced just as a visual glitch. Let's take a look at the legendary perks. So here I've got an extra point in legendary agility that lets me take one more agility perk card. Point in legendary charisma, ammo factory for more ammo, electric absorption helps recharge my fusion core if I get hit with an energy attack, taking one for the team. That's important because that lets me do more damage anytime an enemy attacks me as long as I'm on a team. Public teams count even if you're solo. And I've got 2 in legendary endurance, so that lets me take a couple more endurance perks. Those things are probably going to get swapped around quite a bit as I complete the build, but this is what we're rolling with for now. Let's take a look at the special stats and the regular perk cards. So for this build, we've got strength at 15, perception at 3, endurance at 3, charisma 4, intelligence 15, agility 6, and luck at 14. These things are probably going to get shuffled around a little bit as I continue the build, but you know how it goes. Under strength, we've got all our heavy gunner perks to max out our damage, lock and load for faster reload speed, bandolier to reduce the weight of our ammo, and full charge so we get a little more juice out of our fusion cores when we sprint. Under perception, I've got 1 in concentrated fire, 2 in glow sight. Probably going to change that. Concentrated fire, not finding that I really need that at all with a heavy gunner build. We're not using a lot of VATs, so targeting limbs isn't really that much of an issue. Under endurance, we've got 2 in fireproof, 1 in radical for some extra carry weight. Charisma, 2 in inspirational, 2 in tenderizer. Eventually I'll add another point to charisma either through a legendary perk or by swapping something around to max out charisma. Intelligence, we've got 4 in demo expert, 3 in nerd rage, 3 in stabilized for better accuracy and armor penetration and all that good stuff. So demolition expert I would love to have maxed out, but unfortunately I don't have it maxed out yet. That's all right, we're gonna get the point of the explosive effect of this weapon just fine. Eventually we'll swap some things around here, but you know, batteries included is normally one that I would want to have here, but this character's only level 104, so we're just not quite there yet with everything I want to have. But it works just fine. Under agility, I've got 5 points in adrenaline, so we can start really boosting damage as we get things moving. action girl because this is a girl character. This is Grandma McRib. And that'll help us boost our AP refresh a little bit. Under luck, we've got one gun army for a chance to stagger and cripple. Class Freak and Starch Genes so we can keep our mutations and limit their negative effects. Quick Hands for the occasional free reload. And Bloody Mess for extra damage. As I said, these things are going to get swapped around a little bit as the build continues, but I think we're probably 90 or 95% of the way there, so I think we can go ahead and test out this weapon and see how it works. To do that, we're going to start at the Whitespring Golf Club. Alright, let's head in, and when I recorded this, we still had treasure hunters running around, so we may see some of them. I think I hear one. And yeah, this thing's pretty damn efficient. As these ghouls come down, we've got some explosive damage doing the job. That's kind of nice, especially with one gun army. That helps with that stagger chance. I'm gonna have to be careful though. I'm not used to playing with explosive weapons, so we'll see how many times I blow my own legs off in this video. But so far, everything is getting absolutely shredded. Here is the drawback to the weapon, is we do have to reload it pretty often. But yeah, we're really doing well. I'm probably overshooting. Oh, we've got 2 treasure hunters in here. At the end of the video, I'll post a link to an early one I did when the channel was new, where me and some of my friends got together and went and assaulted as many mole miner treasure hunters as we could with commie whackers. That was a good time. Fun was had by all, except for the treasure hunters. Let's go downstairs, finish clearing this place out. So far, this has been really easy. Okay, a little bit of damage to myself there. I gotta watch that. I am gonna end up killing myself with this thing. It's only a matter of time. But yeah, if we can get some decent aim, this is very solid. There's our other treasure hunter. And there, we only had splash damage on that ghoul. It was still really good. So, very good. I'm impressed with that. I'm impressed with the actual area damage we get from the explosions. It's useful. And that was a little strange. The animation didn't work, but okay. And a Wendigo, come on. There we go. Yeah, this thing just absolutely destroys everything in its path. Nothing really stands a chance. The only drawback that I see to this weapon so far is the fact that I'm probably going to kill myself with it, and the ammo capacity, and the fact that unfortunately 308 ammo is ridiculously expensive to craft. That's no fun. And there we go. There's my first self-inflicted death, but we have cleared out the entire area. So I'm going to go ahead, respawn, and we're going to jump to the deep. And here we are in the underground commie wonderland, taking on some liberators, and even those tough little liberator bastards are no match for this explosive LMG. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Now, this is also on PC, so I get to play with a mouse and keyboard. So I'm a little more accurate with that than I am with a controller. And I'm not gonna lie, it feels pretty good. This is a fun weapon to use. It's got some oh yeah, no, that's a plant, not a person. Come on, Fisty. Time to get your eyes checked. There we go. Let's head to the back and see who's hanging out there. And we've got our commander in power armor. And yep, no match for the LMG. You do not stand a chance either. So far, this is one of the more fun weapons I've used. It's not necessarily the most efficient, because its fire rate is pretty high. With the explosive effect, it's not going to be very durable. I'm going to kill myself a bunch of times. But it's really fun. And even if you were a full health build, if you were to get a hold of an explosive LMG that's, say, anti-armor or junkies or anything really, I think you'd have a blast with it. We'll take out the missile sniper and head inside to see who else is waiting for us. And we've got some shots coming from the front lobby already. Some of these guys might have come running out front. I think they did, because there's usually more than that right downstairs, but it's okay. Let's spend a little time letting them come running for us. An extra typewriter never hurt anybody. And we've got some more coming down the steps. Come on, commies. Yeah, you got nothing on me. Not today. Today is not the day for you. Let's head upstairs. We usually have another power armor commander. Yeah, we'll make quick work of him. Goodbye to you. And that is the end of the deep. So far, this has been extremely cruisy. Let's go kill a behemoth and see if we still feel the same way. Here we are at Solomon's Pond, running down the hill. We'll get over to the water, and he usually pops out if I'm in power armor. Oh, no, he still doesn't know I'm here. There he goes. How you doing, buddy? You're not going to be doing very well, but, you know, it won't take long. So, about half a mag from a very long distance. That's not too bad. That's kind of what we're going for here. If I had really just got closer and held the trigger, that would have been an even quicker death for our behemoth buddy there. Let's go to a Fissure site. And it turns out on this relatively new character, I didn't even have a Fissure site as a fast travel point. So we went down to this fire base in the bog. We'll clear out the robots. And then we'll head to the Fissure site next door to see how we do against some Scorched and a Scorchbeast. My guess is we're going to rip everything apart very quickly. I've been pleased with my ability to not kill myself. So far, it's only happened once. I assure you it's happened many more times than that off camera. But for now, so far so good. Not quite as embarrassing as I had suspected. But that's the whole deal. We want to take a look at how the weapon works and what it's going to do in your hands and how you want to use it. So, killing yourself with it is one of the risks, and if that happens, it happens. And it happened again. There we go. Let's respawn and clear this place out. So that's kind of the drawback to this. I think if I was running at full health, it would be much less of a risk. This is why I avoid legacy weapons, because the massive explosions that come with those, I can't do it. It's too much for me. It's not too much for me. That's the wrong way to say it. I just don't care that much. Okay, we've got some bugs. And that bloatfly was probably the hardest thing to kill all day, just because we couldn't hit it. Come on, Scorchbeast. All you gotta do is land. I'll make it easy for you. Now, even in the air, we did some pretty solid damage. But one of those should have crippled a limb. Come on down. You can do it. Oh, it's aggroed to something. Okay. Maybe we'll just kill you in the air. The fine people watching this video don't have all day, Scorchbeast. Sorry, we're not going to wait for you to land. You're done. Alright, so, aside from me blowing my own legs off, that was a pretty cruisy little run at a Fissure site. Let's head to Huntersville and see how we do against some super mutants. Then we'll have a little surprise at the end. Alright, we always start off our visit to Huntersville with some floaters. Whenever we're running low health, you want to keep your distance there because the damage over time that they spit out when they die can be pretty frustrating. Make our way into town and heading up the main drag. We're getting shot from the water tower, but we'll take that guy out first. Oh, wow. Okay, area damage. Works well. Takes out a super mutant and his dog. Just look how fast they go down. This weapon is so cool. I love it. This is great. So we can really see the power of it here against these tankier super mutants. There's just nothing. They got nothing on this. With all those explosions and the rapid fire, they stagger so they're not running right at us. This is just a really fun weapon to shoot, especially if you can be really accurate with a controller or with a mouse and keyboard. Once you get on target, it just feels really satisfying. So if you get a chance to get your hands on an explosive LMG of any type, this one gets a strong recommend from me. We'll give it a Yelp review of 5 stars. This is great fun for the whole family. There we go. Especially with Bloody Mess on. And that's one of the things I've been really liking running a heavy gun build is between the stagger animations and Bloody Mess, it's just a very different experience. I've always run snipers and stealth commandos in Fallout games. It's just always been my go-to, and that's one of the things with this channel. Doing this has kind of encouraged me to do some different things, which I really like. And I'm having a lot of fun with the heavy gunner. So yeah, easy breezy through Huntersville. And now we got a little surprise when I stopped by the Berkeley train station and found a Sheepsquatch. So yeah, wasn't expecting this at all. I think I actually have Demolition Expert off for this one, so we may be a little less efficient here than we were before, but we don't get to fight a Sheepsquatch every day on the channel. They're a little hard to come by. These new human NPCs have taken up a lot of their random spawn locations. So while I used to go hunting for them a lot pretty consistently, it's not as easy to do anymore. But so far, so good. But definitely not as efficient as I would hope. Although I'm probably missing a lot. So not bad at all. I have to be careful not to compare it to what I'm used to seeing with a stealth commando weapon that just annihilates everything. So not too bad. We were able to take it down very easily on our own. Let's go ahead and talk conclusions. So what do I think of this weapon? Well, it kills things. It kills them fast. It kills them in humorous ways. It's a lot of fun to use. Probably one of the most satisfying feeling weapons I've used in Fallout 76. And while all those things are true, it does have some drawbacks. The natively fast fire rate does tend to lead to overshooting, basically wasting ammo by shooting things that are already dead. But in fairness, most heavy guns suffer from that to at least some extent. Why it's impactful with this weapon is that 308 ammo is woefully inefficient to craft. If we switch it to a prime receiver, it becomes more efficient, but at the cost of needing to farm flux. So, unless you're out killing Scorchbeast queens all day or just happen to have a scrap box stuffed full of flux, it may not be the most ideal choice. The other drawback is the ammo capacity. 75 rounds for a weapon that fires this fast is a bit low. I get it, it's a light machine gun, so not holding 250 or 1,000 rounds is okay, but honestly, I'd be pretty happy with 150 or even 100. But let's go back to the 308 ammo issue for just a minute. Bethesda, if you're watching, do something about that. LMGs are some of the most fun weapons in the game to use, but ultimately, they require way too much work to maintain. Other heavy guns don't have this issue. 50 cal, miniguns, even plasma cores are exponentially more efficient to craft. I suspect that the issue is that 308 ammo is relatively powerful and widely used by low-level players in hunting rifles and pipe bolt-action pistols and things like that. So they don't want to make it too easy to craft in the early game. That's fine, I get it. So change it. Change the LMG to 7.62 NATO. It's effectively the same thing. That's what it's called in the real world for military applications. But it would allow you to make it more efficient to craft and not need any new artwork or graphics. Just do it, Bethesda. Free the LMG. Do it for all of us. And that's all I have to say about that. Really, the weapon speaks for itself. It's great, it's badass, it kills absolutely everything in the room. What more could you ask for, aside from more efficient ammo? Remember, if you enjoyed this and want to see more, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. I put out new Fallout 76 content every week on the channel, and I hope to see you next time. Till then, I'm Fisty McRib.